This is Blame My Brain by Nicola Morgan, published by Walker Books. It's full of information about the teenage brain and how it develops.
The book's about how it's not just that you control your mood, it's how your brain controls your mood.
I think it's more of a sort of help book.
I think it's good for also parents who want to see why their teenagers are reacting in the way they do.
All the words in the glossary are all put in bold, so if you didn't understand it, you could go straight to the glossary and know what it meant.
I think it's an enjoyable book. When you read one question and you answered it, and then you feel like you need to answer another one and another one. You can't put it down once you start it.
This is 100 Science Experiments by Georgina and Kate Knighton, published by Usborne. It's full of science experiments for kids, and they're really enjoying it.
The good thing about the experiments is that you can do them in the freedom of your own home without, having any specific scientific equipment. Well, what do you think about that experiment?
Very well written.
Yeah, and it's not just about one piece of subject. It's not just about chemistry or physics, all of them mixed together.
It does loads of science, but also does a bit of art and stuff.
Yeah.
If you didn't know anything about science, you could just pick up the book and go away and do one of the experiments.
It's got really clear, easy to follow diagrams, really suitable for the age range, colourful, eye-catching.
This book is called The Global Garden, and it's by Kate Petty and Jennie Maizels from the Eden Project. It's a pop-up book all about science.
The book is really explaining how the whole world is really a garden and how things are made.
It doesn't really come across as a science book because it's mainly about where everything comes from and what everything's used for.
The pictures are really detailed, like the fruit and vegetables will have all the little bits of details and different colours on.
And you can be excited to turn over the next page.
It's not using big scientific words, it's mainly short words that most people could understand.
I would recommend it to people because it's a really good book.
This book's called It's True, Squids Suck. It's Nicki Greenberg's book from Alan and Unwin. It's all about squids and octopuses and the wonderful things you can know about them.
I liked all the subtitles and the pictures that made it really easy to read and broke the book up.
The subheadings are quite eye-catching, so it's easy to see what they're about. I learnt loads of new words that are in the book. But it's also like a story, but then it's split up, so you can stop whenever you want.
This is Think of a Number by Johnny Ball, published by Dorling Kindersley. It's about science, it's about maths, and it's about the history of numbers.
There's good diagrams and good explanations of pictures.
I like this bit about the Egyptian because it's got a palm equals 7 palms in your arm, which is really quite cool. It's got loads of stuff to do as well, which makes it really hard to put down.
You hear about all these books that big fiction books like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter, which everyone's reading, but sometimes you can just find books like this which they're not particularly about magic or anything, but you can just sit down and read it and it's really good.
It kind of tied in with art and science quite a lot, how to draw a snowflake out of triangles.
This is Kingfisher Knowledge's forensic book by Richard Platt. It's all about the science behind forensics and what it's like to be a forensic detective.
It's about how the police identify a body, or if somebody's been killed, how they can find out who did it.
I found all the different methods they use interesting.
My favourite part was when they can reconstruct faces once they've been brutally mashed up.
On each double page you've got the different methods they can use and the different crimes that can be committed.
I think it's quite good how they just get the tiniest bit of sample of dead skin and they can trace it to you. It's really interesting.
I like this book because it's got loads of really interesting facts in it and you can just keep reading it.
Oh yeah, I'd certainly recommend it.